jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
First in the MFing building. Big Blunts and Boxing the GOAT is on deck. What's good? Shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. A-side official. No negotiation needed. Period. Best believe it. Carlos Rosado on deck in the building. I see you. What's good, man? MIKE on deck. Salute to you. It don't matter. It showed up again because the topic, I guess the topic is healthy for him to be a friend today. Shout out to It Don't Matter what the topic is today. I'm back in the chat. Salute to you, man. Don Juan Vine on deck in the building. Salute WCS in the hottest chat. Let's get down to it. Fresh out. I say fresh out. I say fresh out. Back on the hunt. Team Crawford has reunited. You know what I'm saying? Champions activate. The man was handed down a 20-month sentence, which is suspended for 24 months. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing the numbers. Okay? Understand me now. Brian BOMAC McIntyre, the trainer of Terrence Crawford, was freed, released, and permitted to return home to Omaha, Nebraska. Now, we already know that. Yes, that's news that I broke earlier today. That's news that Rick Glaser put out in a tweet that he would be coming home a month ago. Kudos to Rick Glaser for breaking the exclusive. And yes, it's happy times on this Monday, because this means that for Terrence Crawford next fight, Bud Crawford fans can't make excuses. The reason why I'm saying I'm switching it up a little bit, that the Bud Crawford fans cannot make excuses, because it wouldn't have been on deck when he steps into the ring for the rematch. And let's just say it took Crawford 10 rounds this time to stop Errol Spence. Then the Bud Crawford fans would have absolutely emulated what we witnessed happen to Errol Spence. Then there would have been some Crawford fans saying, oh my God, man. The only reason Errol Spence went 10 rounds was because BOMAC is not here in this corner, man. Something was off with the team. You know what I'm saying? We still got the victory, but something was off with the team. Those type of discussions would be starting to circulate. themselves. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. We would have to get together for not an intervention, but just to have a conversation to say, what do y'all think went wrong? What do y'all think? Do y'all believe? Are we all on the same sheet of music? What do you think went wrong? Why couldn't Bud get him up out of here earlier than he did the first fight? Do you think it was because of BOMAC not being here? Do you think the team wasn't as locked in as they possibly could? Do you think Bernie the boxer may have not spoken to BOMAC clearly about the plan? Do you think Crawford was distracted? I want to be in that situation. Real talk, man. Listen, I thought they had learned their lesson July 29th, but they haven't. The aerosexuals is still going around here lost and trying to find their way, right? So I was thinking to myself, right? It would feel good to put ourselves in the type of mindset that the aerosexuals have been going through, because I know the aerosexuals is in this unique type of dynamic infatuation when it comes to Bud. Why? Because they call themselves Spence fans, but yet all about Bud. So I said to myself, damn, what if we can actually put ourselves in the same atmosphere and environment of the aerosexuals was when July 29th actually completed itself? You know what I'm saying? When the last second ticked off 29th and we was in the 30th, July 30th. Yeah, we was clearly in the 30th. And it was a whole lot of conversation going. And all I heard was all these blasphemous excuses. So I said to myself, damn, BOMAC, I was looking for some suspense. I was like, damn, I really wanted to reach out to some of my compeers and say, hey man, I don't know, is it gonna be the same here in this rematch? BOMAC, man, he's gonna be over there for freaking close to 2 years locked up. He's gonna be over there for 5 years locked up, man. I'm curious to know how the team gonna be. So if by chance this fight could have went on without BOMAC and Crawford stops in one round more than what he did the first fight, I was looking forward to coming up with excuses. God damn it, yes sir. I was looking forward to come up with excuses. I had the pen, the paper. I was typing my ass off. I was gonna put, for once in this YouTube life, I was gonna put myself in the shoes of an aerosexual. Believe me when I say I was gonna put myself in the shoes of an aerosexual. I was gonna come up with a goddamn as much excuses as my mind would allow it before it just fizzled out. You know what I'm saying? When it started to just flicker, then the bulb just go out, I would say, man, I'm staying up long hours coming up with the most excuses I possibly can. I would have had to try to explain to the people why the clock ticked a little bit longer in the rematch, knowing that Crawford has a feeling of Errol Spence. He understands the strength and weaknesses, and he knew that going into this fight. But to just make it a little bit more exciting, I was coming up with excuses in case Bud did not provide a much more higher value performance in the rematch than he did in the first fight. I think if Crawford didn't get Errol Spence out of there in shorter rounds than a knife in the rematch, I felt it was my duty to come up with excuses. I said, fuck it. I heard so many excuses after excuses. So I said, you know what? If they're going to utilize freaking storage space, you feel me? My storage space. And I have to continue to optimize my storage space, my mental storage space. I say, God damn it, what's good for the goose is definitely good for the gander. So I was going to come up with excuses, and I was going to goddamn make as many thumbnails as I possibly can to explain to people why Crawford couldn't get him up out of there in 8. Anyone know my imagination? No, it would have been fun. Yes, it would have been fun. I was waiting. And then all of a sudden, news had broke. The professor who basically exposed Diddy James was on his way back home, y'all. BOMAC was released. The news had broken. I say, is it true? 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 Yeah, they say it's true, man. He's out. He's fresh out. I said, he back on the hunt? Yeah. For real? Fresh out, back on the hunt? God damn. And the only victim I can think about at that moment, y'all, freaking Errol Spence. I said, God damn it, Errol Spence, it's over for you. And BOMAC probably got pissed in there. Them nights that he was up in there every freaking night. BOMAC was probably doing some film study. He knew what was on the calendar. He knows what's scheduled. He knows that he still has that shit. I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be crucial, y'all. It's gonna be crucial. I mean, BOMAC already exposed, broke down, and damn near ended the career of Diddy James. He said, no more hiding. That line will always go down as the key. That was the downfall of Diddy James. You know what I'm saying? Him saying no more hiding basically told the people, like, I know what you can do and what you can't do. More so what you can't do. And just because people believe that you can do it, I'm going to prove to them that you can't do it, because you never went up against me nor my staff. I already been there for Undisputed. You haven't. Now BOMAC is out. Now they're going to come up here plotting, planning, scheming. He's been getting, the intel, the 411 on what's been going on out here since his lockup. That man probably sat there nights after nights after nights thinking, you know what I'm saying? Doing some studying. That's what you got. That's the only time you got in your hand. You got that downtime, get some studying in. You know what I'm saying? Coming up with plans. Communicating with people, legal teams, boxing team, just trying to make it all happen. And I'm pretty sure he's ready to unleash, you know what I'm saying? He's probably earned more fans too. BOMAC being locked up. That's usually what happened for some odd, strange reason. You get locked up and people, wishing for your return. He probably gained more fans now. His IG followers probably went up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them are the aerosexuals, because they pretty much was being nosy anyway. The aerosexuals making anonymous phone calls over there to the UK. I know he had more than two. Did he have like this piece of luggage that had B&B on it? You need to look for that, because that's where the real arsenal at. We talking about sticks of dynamite, grenades. I'm talking about high-end ammunition. That's what you need. Yeah, the aerosexuals over there dropping dimes on BOMAC. That's the only reason why he did 30, because they was making anonymous calls. You know what I'm saying? Blood was over there freaking snitching to hey, I used to be a Crawford fan. Now I'm a Spence fan now. So I'm going to go up here and goddamn make me some anonymous submissions and goddamn snitch on Crawford, just so I can make the Bud Crawford fans feel some type of way. I know you did, Blood. I know you did. I know you did, bro. My people was telling me. I said, don't worry about it. Don't sweat it. He ain't going to change anything. He ain't going to change anything. He's unhappy. You know what I'm saying? He's unhappy. He just, he ain't the only one. But all I'm saying is the only reason he stayed in there as long as he did from September 2nd to today is because the aerosexual was up there placing anonymous freaking tips and shit. Talking about it's another suitcase in there with the mother load. And somehow, how I know it was a specific individual, because, they say, hey, this guy, he was talking all proper. Hey, just want to let you know there's another suitcase, the mother load that's somewhere in the UK. Yes, I'm telling you the absolute honest truth. My integrity means everything. Who am I? I want to remain anonymous, but if you go online, just look at me. I'm in the dark. I'm in the shadows. You know what I'm saying? With a goddamn lighter. I just have one speck of light on me with shades on in the dark with black curtains. You know what I'm saying? I definitely want to snitch on him because he deserves it and his fans deserve it. And I know, goddamn, that WCS deserves it. Yes, sir, indeed. He does. He deserves every bit of it. So, yo, check and look for a suitcase with B&B, and that's going to be the mother load. And if you need me to come over there and testify, I can do it. You know what I'm saying? Only if you allow me to wear my shades in the courtroom. I don't want nobody to know that I'm the star snitch. Okay? Just let me know. Okay? Just hit me up, on YouTube, and I'll be there. So, but sir, you said you was anonymous. You'll find me. You'll find me. You know what I'm saying? I switched up a little bit. Just find me on the Errol Spence channels now. That's all you got to do. Just find me over there. But Bud could have been alone in that corner versus Errol in the rematch. He still watches Errol. BOMAC free. Carlos, check this out, brother. Check this out. Sometime, Carlos, without me asking you specifically, all right? Sometimes I just want you to play along with the ad lib there, Carlos. You don't have to come in here like you got a shirt and a tie on every time and break shit down and articulate certain situations. Some is up for the entertainment value of the listeners, Carlos. Sometimes I just want you to play along, dog. Carlos over there dropping. Bud could have been alone in that corner. You know that, right? Versus Errol in the rematch. Any way you look at it, he still washes Errol. Free BOMAC. BOMAC free. Sometimes I just want you to play along because it's not that serious, Carlos, okay? If I could just ask you for that, just one little snippet of conformity, just one, that's it. I'm not asking for much, bro. Just one little snippet. God damn. Shout out to the OG Bruce Gas Boxer Jazz and more. What's good? Salute WCS. How things, my brother? I'm good, Bruce. How about you, man? How you feeling? How you and the wife doing? Shout out to AU, man. Bud slick as hell, setting traps on Canelo to make the fight. The best way to catch a predator is become the prey. Hunter being hunted. I AU. I see you, goddammit. I hear you. I like that. The best way to catch a predator is become the prey. See, it's just partial part of that is I get it, bro. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I the way I look at Team Crawford is, it seems like they feel that they don't have to become the prey to catch a predator. They feel like, God damn it, if I want to sit up here and play bitch games, then somehow, some way, somebody may consider me to be the bitch. They just don't give me those vibes, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just don't get the vibes that he wants to play a more inferior role in the Serengeti there, AU. I think he wants to walk around and let people know he's stomping. You know what I'm saying? The footsteps are different. I don't think he wants to go, lightly over there and shit, moving like a freaking koala bear, a sloth. I don't get that type of mentality from Crawford, bro. I think he just want to tell somebody like, hey, I'm here. Predator the predator. I'm here. I'm letting you know. I want that fight. Just like you. Just let me know. Just let me know what location. I don't think he's the one to play those games there, AU. Real talk. Shout out to the OG Mr. Golden in the building. What's good with Mr. Golden? Salute to you, brother. Mr. Golden said earlier, drop the link. I need to explain to you what I'm talking about when it's time served, nigga. I got to get this off my chest, man. I want to break it down, man. I want to break it down for you, man. Stop playing, man. I want to break down this wisdom. I want to give you this wisdom, man. Stop playing. I want to do it before I forget. I don't want to hold on to it too long. Carlos say BOMAC converted to Islam. He swole for no reason. He got like 10 new tats. Y'all better watch out for the new Brian McIntyre. He might knock somebody out if you ask the wrong question. Hey, he was a boxer. He was a professional boxer now. You know what I'm saying? He does have an official box rec out there for you. Now, I don't know if a documentary is going to come out, but we already know there's been some times that movies have been out of people that was locked up. They have these stories of, you know, how they was fighting and knocking dudes out. I don't know what BOMAC's freaking box rec look like right now. He might have had to put hands on a couple of dudes and then make it so bad. You know how they got them dudes is locked up now that to be showing off all their freaking commissary and all that. What did BOMAC do with all the commissary? Because I know he was snatching, he was goddamn knocking dudes out for commissary. Who got your commissary, BOMAC? Did you bring it all out, or did you say, okay, let me keep this connect on the other side? You know what I'm saying? For when you get out in the UK, because I know I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna have some fights over here with some other fighters. You know what I'm saying? Who did you give your commissary to, BOMAC? I know you built up a connect in there, bro. I know you did. I know BOMAC built up a connect over on the UK side. You feel me? Real talk. That's what I want to know. But the good thing about this whole situation is the team is back together. Right. And the good thing about it, once again, the team is back together. Right. You said that previously. Okay, I'm gonna break it a little bit different. What we know is the team is back together, and we still got this rematch coming up. You know what I'm saying? We got this rematch coming up, and that's going to be the moment of enjoyment for everybody when we finally get the announcement. And BOMAC can get back in Omaha, settle in, and then get ready and prepare for this next fight. Now, I think it's up to me to tell y'all something that might go down leading up to this rematch. You know how Derrick James was the one that was up here being all short-tempered? I think this time around, I think BOMAC gonna be the one that's short-tempered. I think he's gonna do less talking, and he probably goddamn cracked Derrick James over the head with a chair, for real. Because I'm just looking at it like all that energy that he had, all that energy he had locked up. I think he's gonna physically, implement that on Derrick James, because when people have all that downtime, they start to think of shit that happened in the past. You know what I'm saying? They start thinking about shit that happened in the past. They start reflecting. And I think that's a moment that he knew he still had out there on the calendar. And I think he's more hungry than before he went up. I say, damn, he probably had a lot of downtime, got frustrated that he was inside. You know what I'm saying? He started thinking about those moments. I think this time he ain't going to do that much talking. I think it might be Montgomery all over again. I think BOMAC going to goddamn stand up and fold his chair and crack Derrick over the head with it. Real talk. I think he's going to say, you know what? I told you. No more hiding. And you ain't going to be able to hide no more, because that knot on your head, that's always going to be peeking up when you on your knees. And goddamn, they're gonna notice you right there, because that knot I'm putting, that hematoma that I'm putting on your head with this chair. Because that's the new weapon of choice right now for black people. Picking up a freaking chair. That's the new weapons of choice. You don't need a license for it or none of that shit. You just grab you a nice folding chair, fold that bitch up, goddamn grab up both sides of it, goddamn snatch, see how sturdy it is, and you find a target, goddamn it. And we all know when the lights are on, there's only one target that's going to be reflecting off that light. If we're talking about Texas and Omaha, that's going to be the top of Diddy James' crystal cranial cap. That shit's going to be reflecting extremely bright. So pretty much what I'm saying is BOMAC, he can let all his frustrations, you know what I'm saying? He can let out his frustrations the right way. When you crack somebody with a chair, what they gonna do? It's not gonna be something that's considered, assault with a deadly weapon. It's just gonna be assault with a freaking a chair. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they can't really give you anything above a misdemeanor on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure how many strikes it'll take, but you strike them with a good 4, 5, 10 times. That's still a misdemeanor. Real talk. And the civil suit that might go along with it. What are they gonna do? They're gonna have you pay for the chair. That's nothing. We can pay for the chair, but shit. I think BOMAC is gonna go in this next fight. He's gonna be much more amped up, a little bit more intensity. I think when it comes to Crawford, he's already gonna be who he is. That straight Omaha monster. And for Spence, I know Spence looking at this like, I really don't know if I should take this rematch or not. I'm really not fucking with it. The fans ain't fucking with me. I'm not fucking with me. I don't really want to take this rematch because I don't know if I can really, gather everything that's being talked to me leading up to this rematch. I don't know, man. I'm stubborn. Toby on deck. What's good? Salute WCS, the hottest chat in the YTC. We're global, baby. We're global. BOMAC is a free man. Diddy James is a worried man now. Diddy James is worried, man. I'm telling you. Diddy James, he too. You know what I'm saying? He too. He got with the ones that were submitting those anonymous those anonymous tips. And they was trying to keep BOMAC behind bars. Believe me when I tell you. They was trying to keep that man behind bars, man. They was submitting them anonymous tip, you know what I'm saying? Through VoIP. You know what I'm saying? They was up here submitting all those anonymous tip, getting people to damn send in freaking requests. Signing fake petitions on why he should remain locked up and confined. They was trying to sit up here and word it like he knew better. He know what the gun laws over here, in the US is different than ones over there in the UK. He violated the law. He should pay the price. Lock him up for 5 to 10. Yeah, they was putting in those requests, bro. For real. I'm wondering when they're gonna announce the fight date. Yeah, all of us. We wondering. We wondering when it's gonna happen. We wonder when it's gonna happen, man. You know what I'm saying? I just have a moment to, give a shout out to the hottest chat in the game, for supporting, BOMAC doing his confinement. Awesome time knowing that he's out and back on the hunt. Maybe now we can get the fight date announcement officially. Last time for July 29th, what they do? They let the fighters announce the fight. I don't really care how the fighters announce. I just want to have an idea of when Massacre Part 3 will be on deck. You know what I'm saying? Part 2, if it's at welterweight division, that's another thing we're scrambling. We're trying to figure out, is it going to be a 47 to 54? Like I said, I think the fight should be like at 60. If he don't want to fight for the belts no more, if he can't make 147, then you shouldn't have it at 54. You should have it at 60. Just to prepare them for a potential match with Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Both fighters fight at 60. That's easy work. That's easy work. Look at Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia, has one fight. Danny Garcia has one fight at freaking 54. 1 or 2 fights, and then he's heading up to 60 to potentially face Erislandy Lara. So that tells you right there, You don't need an extensive amount of time to move up in these weight classes when you've been fighting at that weight class on fight night. You know what I'm saying? So, truth be told, they can fight at 60, and then we already understand what the holdup is going to be there. Once the fight is announced, and I don't think it's too many people, right? Besides, I would say it's probably a handful of people in the boxing community that believe that Spencer's going to come back and do something drastically different than the first fight. So therefore, majority, okay, 99.235%, 99.5% believes that Crawford's still going to freaking come in here and get it done against Errol, unless it's some odd, you know what I'm saying, situation that plays out in the ring with a headbutt, a cut, or, you know, Tony Weeks freaking stopped the fight for no reason, or Lawrence Cole, whatever. All right. So you get that out the way. Crawford, go ahead and give Spence his second loss. And then we can really start trying to put the hammer to the head and see if Canelo is going to, you know, do what he do. If not, Crawford's just going to have to find a different direction. You know, it's word coming out that Canelo has other fighters in mind, you know, other than Crawford. But the biggest money fight out of all those names, you know what I'm saying? The biggest money fight, if it's David Benavidez, I want to see Benavidez get a shot. But let's be honest, you know, he's been 3-time champion at 168, right? The only prize for him is to fight for the belts. But truth be told, his weight, I mean, dude is looking big. I like Benavidez. He's looking big. He's looking like he's the 175. You know what I'm saying? It's some hitters at 175. It's some hitters, man. Beterbiev, Bivol, Ramirez. There's some hitters up there, man. Some real legitimate bona fide hitters. I can see Benavidez being driven to stay at 68 to hopefully get the Canelo fight. He went on an apology tour. I thought I was listening to New Edition. I apologize. You know you want to ring. I apologize. I know I dropped my bells. Yeah, he was saying that I apologize. I don't know why he thought he had to do that, because he was going in on Canelo. But somebody must say, hey, apologize, make it right with Canelo, you know, so you can get this future fight. The only reason for him to stay down there is to get those belts. I wouldn't say fighting David Morrell is a reason. Fighting even Demetrius Andrade is a reason. You know what I'm saying? But if you choose to stay at 68 and Canelo don't fight you, then you're going to have to make a move and say, okay, let me try my hand at stacking divisions now. 175, get a chip. Cruiserweight, get a chip. Stuff like that. Because if Roy Jones did it, Benavidez is young, man. He's 26 years old. Benavidez can potentially end his career heavyweight. Real talk. By that time, the heavyweight landscape would have changed drastically. Drastically. I mean, Benavidez can end his career heavyweight easily. I really don't know why he's torturing himself at 68, except to, you know, get a shot at Canelo Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. And the only benefit it is to him to get a shot is if he has all the belts. It's going to come a point in time that Canelo is going to have to think about his mandatories, as the UK, the Brits say. He need to think about his mandatories. He's got to think about that. And that's what Crawford have to think about too. Is Canelo even going to consider a dangerous fight like Crawford to give him the opportunity? I really don't know. I would like for Canelo to consider, but also I do see where David Benavidez is coming from. He is a true 168 pounder. Well, people are going to look at it like, well, all you had to do was keep your WBC belt, and Canelo wouldn't have swooped in like Zorro, the Mexican Zorro he is, and freaking got your belt. You know, so That's the only niche. I mean, that's the only, problem that people see with Benavidez, that you had the belt before and you could have kept the belt. And if Canelo wanted to become undisputed 68, he would have had to come see you at the WBC. That's if Canelo would have chosen to fight Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? But Canelo is very much an opportunist when it comes to how he moves. It's good and it's bad. Canelo wasn't even thinking about Benavidez when he had the belt. But damn it, when he didn't have that belt no more, man, Canelo was in there. Canelo slid in there easily, and he scooped that joint up. He made Callum Smith look like he was freaking 4'8". Callum Smith became the only 6'11", 13, 14, 15, 6'15" boxer who's a part of the mannequin challenge. Didn't do shit. And then, Billy Joe Sanders, he quit on the stool. And then Caleb Plant chose to have a conversation. And then, have a marathon from post to post. And Canelo ended up becoming undisputed. Now we want to see if Canelo is daring to be great. People, sit up here and criticize me and say, well, Canelo's not going to be greater fighting Crawford. Sure he is. Sure is. Come on, man. 40-0. That's a nice box wreck to be in the ring with right there. Because like Blunt say, it looked dominant to me. That looked like Crawford's been dominating, right? And Canelo, he has a couple of, blemishes on there, a couple of ink spots. But he has a legacy. So why not test your legacy with what the general public is talking about? They want to see you and Crawford fight. Let's give them what they want. If the money's right and if it can be made, we don't know what the network is going to be over there at PBC. That is the biggest question mark of it all right there. What is the network going to be? Christopher, I see you. What's good? See you in the building. Sammy on deck. Salute W says the hottest chat in the game. Fresh out. Love it. Diddy James in panic mode. Yes, man. Diddy, man. He had to go to where he get his shoe shine. He said, I'm going to try something different today, Charlie. Can you shine this goddamn dome of mine? Goddamn BOMAC get out, man. I have to make sure the bat signal is up to let all my aerosexuals know that he's out. So I need, goddamn, you to shine up this cue ball. So when the moon is out, I can put up the SOS signal, let him know he's out. You know what I'm saying? Protect yourselves. He's out. Damn W6, I forgot about that, OG. The Benavidez Senior backtracking tour of social media. He was everywhere. Yeah, he was, man. Because look, he was calling Canelo a bitch, man. He was calling Canelo Alvarez a bitch. Mexican to Mexican, man. They can call each other puto all day. You know what I'm saying? Puto. He be calling each other just like we call each other names, this, that, and the other all the time. But I was shocked to hear them go on an apology tour for Canelo. I mean, who instructed them to do that? I'm thinking in order for someone that's strong-willed like Benavidez, right? They're strong-willed, man. There ain't no punks over there. For them to go on an apology tour, there must be something pending for them. Seriously, there must be something pending, man, with Canelo Alvarez. They must say, this is the only way you're going to get a fight with Canelo. You have to go apologize. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have to kiss some ass right quick. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what you have to do. You have to kowtow just a little bit. Because Canelo, he's the one calling the shots. Canelo's calling the shots. So he went on an apology tour. Real talk. That's my only issue. You know what I'm saying? Since he did that, is he locked in? Is he a shoe-in for Canelo fight? Terrence Crawford has a lot. He has a lot of obstacles to overcome to get a Canelo fight. Seriously. Like, he have the haters, first of all. And then he has, all these other fighters that Canelo may choose to fight instead of him. until him and his team figure out if it's beneficial for him to fight Crawford. Because the good part about it, once again, like I said for Spence, is that Canelo and Eddie Reynoso, they should be able to cipher through the fights that Crawford has had enough to come up with a bit more sturdy game plan than Diddy James did when he walked in there. It's just a level of IQ, right? If they're able to come up with a strategy to fight Crawford, are they going to feel confident enough that it would be effective in there with Crawford? Because like I tell people all the time, I still love the way Sugar Ray fought Daniel Lenon. He was a much smaller fighter, but he faced adversity. He got off the canvas. I love that fight. I did. I love that fight, man. That's why I love the absolute division in grappling, because you can basically outweigh your opponent by 100 pounds in this division, and you're grappling. And you see sometimes the small guys tapping out the bigger guys, submitting them. You know what I'm saying? So I always tell people, like, when it comes to the skill, talent, boxing IQ, courage, overall confidence in general, that a fighter like Crawford moving up divisions can go in there and fight somebody like Canelo. He's sure of it. Canelo's not that tall, but I'm serious. He's not that tall of a dude, but he's been in there at those weight classes, 60, 68, 75, long enough to the point where he's acclimated to the weight classes, but he's not acclimated to Terrence Crawford, though. Canelo's not acclimated to Bud Crawford. That's the problem. People are saying that we haven't seen Crawford tested in a long time. They can bring up the Igor Kavalauskas fight all they want, but they haven't seen him. They didn't respect Kavalauskas, first of all. So if you're talking about him being tested with the higher tier competition, that's where people's mindset is at. They was expecting Spence to do it, but he didn't come even close. He didn't sneeze to force Crawford to basically go into his repertoire. So now Canelo, is it possible for Terrence Crawford to go in there and outbox Canelo? Absolutely. We've seen Bivol outbox Canelo. We've seen it happen. Hold on for a second, y'all. I know they wasn't calling BOMAC no names when he was locked down because he had that sock with soap in it ready for disrespect. Why did he have to have soap? It wasn't like he was in maximum security. I mean, I'm pretty sure BOMAC still know how to throw them hands just for a little bit, to get some separation and respect. Why did he have to have soap? Soap? I don't know. I mean, can you throw a punch with soap? Can you line up soap? You know what I'm saying? Linear. Can you throw linear punches with soap? If it's in a sock, are you gonna twist it around and do some special goddamn Wing Chun shit and goddamn hit somebody in the damn kneecap with it? I don't know, bro. I think BOMAC would have been able to scrap if he had to scrap. That instruction must come from high up. I can't see seniors just doing that without being told. You won't get the Canelo fight without an apology. That's what I'm thinking, Toby. That's what I'm thinking. I think in order for the Mexicans, right, like, to apologize, how firm they are. I'm just saying, like, his dad don't take no shit, man. And goddamn Jose and David the same way, especially Jose Benavidez. That's a lie. That's a motherfucking, that dude don't play, man. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no punk with it. So in order for them to apologize the way they did, hey man, I hope they get the fight. I hope they get the fight. Real talk. He put the soap in the sock and make it hard. I'm talking about as far as when you put the soap in the sock. Most of the time, somebody, is not carrying around soap with a sock, soap in a sock. They pretty much, they walking up on somebody. I don't know. I mean, I was kind of just correlating with boxing. It's not the first time I heard about soaking a sock. I mean, to be honest, in the core, I mean, truth be told, I'm gonna be honest with you. We really don't deal with the soaps. And I know it's different than being incarcerated, but we deal with the combination locks. We deal with the master locks in the sock, if anything. And that's some real shit. We know when you crack somebody in the head with a freaking lock in the sock, goddamn, it's gonna unlock some shit. For real. It's gonna unlock your senses first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna unlock some shit you didn't know you had. First of all, you're gonna ask yourself the question, what the fuck was that? Yeah, mother can be they're swinging that damn sock with a lock. Them locks don't break. That soap can break now. You hear them enough, that soap can split. That master lock ain't though. That master lock, especially them combination lock, them motherfuckers ain't gonna break. Them jokes will break your motherfucking skull. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Carlos, I'm sure the UK inmates will have treated BOMAC real good and show him good respect. They probably wanted some help with their training while inside. I'm pretty sure on a lighter note that, they possibly could have, had some camaraderie with freaking BOMAC. You know what I'm saying? Had some camaraderie, communicating, chopping it up with one another. I get it. I get where you're coming from. No doubt. I'm saying, I don't know how true it is, but it's possible. It could have happened. It's possible. Real talk. It's possible. It could have happened, bro. Seriously. But once again, I'm just happy that the team is back together over there in Omaha. But yet I'm more concerned about what's next for the fight. Now, when is the fight going to happen between Spence and Crawford? When is it next? I mean, because they said it has to happen by the end of the year. I'm just wondering, when is it next? What's going on? What's going to be next with it, man? What's going to be next? What's going to be next with it? It's going to be next, man. You know what I'm saying? What's going to be next with it? Well, I got to go handle some business, y'all. I'll probably be back on a little later, but I'm trying to work some stuff behind the scenes and all that. You know how it goes. You know how the recon mission goes. You know how the trenches work. You know what I'm saying? You either run through them bitches or you low crawl. Either way, the whole freaking mission, the end state is to go from point A to B and take care of your shit. You make it back to A. And that's what I'm about to do. You know what I'm saying? I got to go talk to some people. You know what I'm saying? I got to make some things pop. But before I go, man, big shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. A-side official. No negotiation needed. Period. Appreciate y'all. Until next time, man. Shout out to Team Crawford. Big shout out and salute and cheers to BOMAC. Home free home. Yes, sir. Fresh out. Back on the hunt. Let's get it.
Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best, you gotta show me son. Actions over words, baby boy, is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come back. Sports, talking way too much, world come back. Sports, talking way too much, world come back. Sports.